What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we are talking about Poland's $9 billion mega airport. God dang, Poland. Y'all throwing money away, or y'all are spending money like it's going out of style. Sheesh. Before we dive in, if you happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Let's dive into this airport.
Poland is planning to build one of the largest transport hubs in all of Europe. This new huge mega airport will connect both high-speed trains and air travel, and has even attracted strong interest from NATO to secure its eastern flank. But there's a catch. Warsaw already has 2 airports, and plans to replace them have caused some controversy. The new government is also really not a fan of the project. So what are the reasons behind this mega project? Does Poland really need one of the biggest airports in Europe, or is it just a publicity stunt? I'm Regis, and now let's dive deep and find out. Located 40 kilometers west of Warsaw, the Solidarity Transport Hub will integrate air, rail, and road transport with 2,000 kilometers of new high-speed railway lines, connecting the capital with major Polish cities and Rail Baltica. It aims to handle over 40 million passengers annually by 2035, which is about half of London Heathrow.
Sheesh.
It's Poland's shot at becoming a major transport hub for Central and Eastern Europe. But the airport as an idea is actually nothing new. The concept has been around since the 1970s. Since the year 2000, analyses, reports, and feasibility studies have been carried out at government level, which then came to the conclusion in 2010 that Warsaw needs a new airport. This is because Chopin Airport, Poland's largest to date, has nearly outgrown its capacity to meet current and future demands for air transport. The government can't really do much to prolong its life either. The airport was once built far away from the capital, but the city has grown around it, and there's really no room to expand.
So why would the people get mad about them having to, I guess, kind of scrap this airport because of the bigger airport? Would they not keep this open while building the bigger airport, or why would this upset people?
In 2019, this tired giant, in service since the 1930s, handled nearly 19 million passengers, while having a maximum capacity of 22 million annually. Given the ongoing post-pandemic traffic recovery, the airport is projected to reach its limit in the next 3 years. A new airport seems like the only remaining option. This is where the Solidarity Transport Hub, also known as the Central Communication Port or CPK, comes in with plans to handle 30 million passengers by 2028 and 40 million annually by 2035. But the CPK is much more than just an airport. It aims to become a key component of Poland's transport system, not only by air, but also by land. All major cities will be connected to the hub with travel times of no more than 2.5 hours via high-speed trains. This will involve developing 10 rail spokes radiating from the hub, along with 2 additional lines serving cities previously without any rail connection. Nearly 2,000 kilometers of new high-speed railway lines will have to be built for this, but once it's done, every place in Poland will be easy to reach.
This
is quite important in terms of international traffic as well. Take a high-speed train to Warsaw from Hungary, Czechia, or Slovakia, for example, arrive at the hub, and then fly anywhere, all in one place. But economic and infrastructure benefits aside, the CPK has something less obvious, but
I'm not hearing anything bad yet. I'm only hearing absolutely amazing things and incredible things for the country to put it all in one hub, build these high speed, or have these high speed trains there, get anywhere in the country within 2 hours. I'm not hearing the downside so far, or get to the major cities within 2 hours.
Equally important to offer: defense capabilities. One of the lessons learned from the war in Ukraine is that Poland needs a high-capacity airport capable of 24/7 operations, suitable for cargo, and connected to the railway and road networks. NATO representatives have already labeled the CPK as key to securing its eastern flank, which is why the hub has been planned as dual-use infrastructure, a civil airport in times of peace and a military installation that can be used by NATO support and rapid response forces in the event of war. The situation in Eastern Europe and the war in Ukraine specifically is actually one of the reasons why the project is still on the table in the first place. The CPK would extend the Baltic Black Aegean Sea line and could also include a high-speed link between Warsaw and Ukraine. A connection like this could offer a country at war alternative routes and enhance NATO's eastern flank. But now let's take a look at the design of this proposed new airport. This mega project has actually attracted attention from some of the biggest names in the industry. Grimshaw, Chapman Taylor, Zaha Hadid Architects, Benoit, and Pascal and Watson all submitted their concepts for the project, each unique in its own way. The Chapman Taylor project for the terminal building featured a massive transparent dome symbolizing unity and reflecting Poland's national identity, with 6 floors, each representing distinct Polish landscapes. The design focused on functionality over grandiosity, and aimed to reduce transfer time and walking distances for passengers. Zaha Hadid Architects developed not 1, but 3 designs, focusing on integrating the airport with the railway station, as well as using lots of light and greenery. Ultimately, none of them won though. The one that clicked with the CPK's administration was crafted by renowned British architect Sir Norman Foster. The studio has already completed the full design concept as part of a €150 million contract. They're going for a traditional, yet futuristic design. The airport's terminal, railway station, and a public transport interchange will all be strategically located in close proximity to each other for the sake of convenience. And they'll all merge together into one point, a large interchange plaza with lots of natural light. Drawing from the Campinos forest near Warsaw, the interior space will be heavily decorated with trees and greenery in order to reduce stress as well. And because the future moves quickly, designers have to think ahead, which is why the airport has been optimized to be modular. This allows the transportation hub to adapt to the ever-changing operational needs. The key-shaped main terminal will be built first, while the X-shaped one will be added at a later point, when there's actually a need for it. But to be honest,
this is insane, bro. You got to give a big shout out to Poland because this project is going to be crazy. And then to be able to use it for dual purposes as an airport during peace times, as kind of a war airport during war times. This is insane.
Not much information available about the key-shaped main terminal, but plenty of renderings of the X-shaped terminal. So maybe they've changed their plan again and want to build the X-shaped terminal first. Nonetheless, both terminals will be interconnected, potentially through a shuttle train system.
That's so
cool. There's even a plan for a vertiport, where unmanned aerial vehicles will be operated from the airport in the future.
What?
Well, if there is a future for this airport, that is. On October 15th of last year, Poland held its general elections, and the Law and Justice Party, which started CPK, won the most seats, but couldn't form its own government. Instead, the Civic Coalition came to power, and it's not exactly a fan of this mega project. Made up of several opposing parties, the new government has stated that the CPK needs to be reviewed and that it might not be needed at all. As part of the changes in governance, in January, CPK's CEO was let go from his position, and the new government appointed its own commissioner. With that, the supervisory board was also changed. The new commissioner then announced an audit on all activities and objectives, and how they're to be achieved. The review would also cover the financing, commitments, and contracts the company had entered into, as well as its structures and management. There have also been suggestions that there are ways to improve the existing airports, and that this should be a priority over the construction of a new one. With all this back and forth, it's now unlikely that the CPK will see the light of day in 2028 as originally planned. At the same time, large-scale geological surveys have already been given the green light. CPK has already acquired land the size of Heathrow Airport, and the demolition of properties and relocation of the residents who have voluntarily sold their properties has been underway for months. By all estimations, canceling CPK now would be a major blow to Poland in more ways than one. But if the project continues, Central and Eastern Europe might benefit massively from one of its first real mega projects.
That'd be amazing.
What do you think of CPK? Does Poland actually need to build one of Europe's biggest airports? And will it actually be built at all? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Mega Builds, and as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, I think you got to continue to build it because everything's already in process. So why scrap it? Wouldn't that just be like a big waste of money and a big blow for Poland? When also not just looking at your country, but Central Europe and Eastern Europe, both, it would be an incredible thing for both sides. So Poland, you got to do it, especially you done drawing up the plans. You got everything. I'm excited looking at the airport. I'm like, dang, that's fire. It looked insanely futuristic, and that's what I guess really enjoyed about it. So build it. If you build it, They will come. Y'all are about to reach capacity at them airports. Yeah, you could probably do some things to fix them. But at some point, you're going to hit capacity again and you're going to need this. So build it now. That's all we have. Let me know you guys' thoughts on the project. Am I completely out of line? I'd love to hear from you. If you guys enjoyed that video, please don't forget to subscribe. Get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. And check out the next one. See you guys next time.